are live. Yo, 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 yo. My name is Emojii. I'm here with my co host, OMW, Nikki G, and we are bringing you another episode of Anime After Hours. Can I get a yay one more time? All right. I know it's been a while, but we are back at it again, and we are finally covering the Crunchyroll Awards. I know we've had multiple episodes, the build up, leading up to get to this point, and it's happened. We have the results. The results are in, and we know who the winners are, and we know who the not so winners are. So we will be back with you in just a sec on that. Nikki, just let me know once you see OMW. But this show is supported by VV Digital Collectibles. So everyone in the audience, sit tight because you will have the opportunity to win a VV Digital Collectible tonight by participating in our Hidden Doors giveaway. But if you are new to the channel, feel free to grab yourself $10 for free using the QR code or the link in the description box and test out VV Digital Collectibles and comics. And if you don't know what it is, well, I got you covered. We'll be right back after a message from our supporters. Hey, what's up? My name is Emojii, and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles and check out the link in our description box below or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show. Okay, we are back. All right.
Okay.
So, Nikki, what you been up to? It's been a few weeks. How you been? What's new in life? What's any
Nothing's
new?
new. Same old, same old.
Okay, okay. Uh, any new? Before we get into the actual award show, are there any shows that you've been diving into or manga that you've been diving into that have had you hooked?
No, I've been kind of slow recently. I'm just, if I'm reading any manga, it's like random horror manga that I find online or something, like one shots and things like that. Nothing name worthy.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Um, all right. So I guess we can get into the nitty gritty and talk about what we've been kind of talking about for the past few weeks. We've had multiple different shows outlining just different or reviewing, I should say, different shows that have been a part of or nominated to be in the Crunchyroll Awards. And just getting our audience, acquainted with some of the different titles. Obviously there's the mainstream titles that had multiple, nominations. You had your My Hero Academia, you had, Gachiakura. Actually, I learned that I've been pronouncing that wrong the entire time. So so yes, there's that. And Apothecary Diaries had a lot of nominees. Solo Leveling, another one, which Solo Leveling is on VV. Shout out to Solo Leveling. And it finally happened. And I know we had our show where we talked about as far as our own theories, our own thoughts of who might win. I feel like we kind of was almost spot on with
Yeah,
most of our thoughts.
that might be a problem. But I can okay, so I have the list up here, so I'll just go through a couple of the
Yeah.
winners.
I have it on a live stream too as well. So I'm gonna be
Okay.
showing the audience that as well.
So, anime of the year winner was My Hero Academia, the final season.
Which we did guess that.
Film of the year, this one was pretty obvious, was Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle.
Which we did guess that.
Best continuing series was One Piece.
I feel like we guessed that.
Best new series got Chiakuta. Best original anime was Lazarus, which I know nothing about. I don't know anything
So
about
that's
this.
something that I actually have been meaning to watch for a while, and now I'm even more inclined to watch it. So it's funny actually. Rob from Comics Explained, he was the one that
Hmm.
put me onto this. I had him as a guest a couple times on some of my other shows, and he was telling me like this is a show like you have to watch. And I didn't hear of it at the time, but then when I saw it was all right, oh, it's nominated, and then it won. So now I'm like, yeah, nah, I definitely have to watch this.
It's Adult Swim, so that means that it's American too. Is Crunchyroll behind this one? Also, do they have a hand in it?
I don't know. Is I I don't I'm not sure. I'm not
Hmm.
sure. But does the shows that are on Crunch that are that win the Crunchyroll awards, are they show can they not be like for instance like Netflix
I
anime?
think it's possible. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the summer Hikaru died is Netflix only,
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
and the Fragrant Flower I think is also Netflix. I don't think it's on uh Crunchyroll.
Okay. Okay.
Best animation was Solo Leveling season 2. Best character design was Gachikuta. Best director was for The Apothecary Diaries.
I feel like we called that one too
Best
for this one,
background
yeah.
art, Gachikuta. Best romance, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity.
Wasn't that the one that you were talking about?
Yeah, that's a very popular shonen romance.
Okay.
Best comedy was Don to Don. Best action was Solo Leveling. Best isekai was ReZero season 3.
Which that wasn't surprising.
Best drama was Apothecary Diaries season 2. Best slice of life was Spy Family season 3. Best main character was Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries.
This one, okay, so just to pause real quick. This one
Mm-hmm.
actually, it took me by surprise, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I think I said it in the show that we had leading up to this. You know, my
Mm-hmm.
picks were either Deku or Mao Mao, and I wanted Mao Mao to win, but I felt like Deku was gonna win. Um, so I'm actually
No, she took
pleasantly
it.
surprised that yeah that she got this one.
Mm-hmm. Best supporting character was Bakugo from My Hero Academia.
Hmm. Who had an amazing final season. I would give it to him
This
100%.
one I think is a stupid category. Best anime must protect at all costs character was Anya.
Hmm.
Best anime song was Iris Out from the Chainsaw Man movie.
Yeah, that song gives me, and it's funny that you chose to do Otonoke right after to kick off the show
Mm-hmm.
because this song gives me a lot of Creepy Nuts vibes.
uh, Song. It is by Kenshi Yonezu. Yeah, Kenshi Yonezu.
Hmm.
Best anime score is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, Yuki Kajiura and Go Shina. Best anime opening sequence is On the Way, Aina the End, Dandadan Season 2. Best anime ending sequence, I by Bump of Chicken from My Hero Academia.
Hmm.
And I'll just do the Japanese and English for best voice performance. Best anime voice artist performance Japanese was Aoi Yuki Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. And English was Lucian Dodge Akaza from the Demon Slayer movie.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So let's get into some of these specific ones, right? I guess starting with anime of the year, right? Anime of the year, My Hero Academia. Now, I don't I believe you said so you haven't watched My Hero Academia, right? Or you have?
No, I'm
No.
not a big
Okay.
fan.
Got it. But this show has been running for I want to say has it been 12 years that this show's been on for?
I think so. Let's see. My Hero Academia anime started in 2016, so it's
2016. Okay,
10
so
years.
10 years, 10 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that I mean that's a large amount of time, and especially thinking about as far as how many people grew up with this show, because this was this and I think I said this in a prior show. This was like the most shonen of a shonen show of this time period, right? And also very accessible to a younger audience. You know, this is one of the shows that if someone that was younger was trying to get into anime, this would be the number one thing that I would recommend for them to watch.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't have angry parents be like, "What did you have my child watch?" But with that said, you have a lot of kids growing up with this show, and to me, this was like the modern day Naruto, and you never know how it's going to hit when something ends. Now, granted, I will say this show had highs and lows and lulls and parts of it that I was just like I was watching it because the new season was out, but it was just kind of like, all right, let me just keep up with My Hero Academia. And there were parts of it that I really enjoyed, right? There were spins to this show that I thought was interesting, especially it took a bit of a dark turn at a certain point. But I have to say, I feel like, and I don't know if My Hero has been nominated for for many things before, but I do have to say, when it comes to a series finale, uh, this series finale did a really good job. Um, it did a good job in taking the fact that you have this buildup of your connection to these characters for years and having a payoff that you were emotionally invested, and you felt satisfied at the end of this season. It almost gave me the end game effect with the MCU. And I know those are also very accessible movies, right? Like they're movies that you can just recommend almost to anyone. And you're not going to get your Christopher Nolan or your Scorsese type of film with an MCU movie, but it's fun. And the impact that Endgame had was, it took everything that people, people's entire investment into this storyline, and wrapped it up in a really nice bow. And I feel that My Hero Academia did that perfectly. I could honestly say that it's not my favorite ending of an anime, but I'd say it's up there with one of my most satisfying endings of an anime. Um, so for that, I could definitely understand why this received anime of the year. I mean, I don't know. What are you? I know you're not too much of a fan of the show, but I think you went in kind of like feeling that the show was gonna win in comparison to his.
Yeah. If you take how Crunchyroll picks their winners, it was definitely probably going to win.
Hmm.
Considering what it was up against. I mean, definitely more. That definitely a lot of people were going to watch it. A lot of people are going to pay attention to it. A lot of people were going to talk about it because it's the ending of like a show that's been on for 10 years,
Hmm.
and now even more eyes are probably going to be on it for people who were under a rock and didn't know. Oh, this show that's been on for 10 years finally came to an end and just won anime of the year. So now I have to check it out. So I mean, it makes sense for the website why it won, and in general why it won popularity wise. So yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely makes a lot of sense.
I wonder though how many people are going to actually lock in and visit the show for the first time now that it's ended, because I mean 10 years worth of content is a lot, right? Like I mean it's a lengthy show. And I think at this point it's going to depend on, like, yes, this is great marketing for the show, winning anime of the
Mm-hmm.
year, but it also I think is going to depend on what they do after that with it. What games may
Mm.
come out, and I don't know if
And they still
there's.
have the what
Hmm.
is it? The is it a prequel? I can't remember what the
Yeah, they have the
Vigilantes.
prequel. Yep, it's a prequel.
And OMW is back up.
He's back. Okay, let me just say what's up. Oh, he's in here. Let me bring him up to the stage, real quick, because I do want him to weigh in on this as well. Uh, is he requesting to come up, or is he just his listener?
He's just listener right now.
Okay. For some reason, it's not letting me. And now he's gone. All right, we're gonna. I think he's working on something or trying to figure something out. But
Okay.
but yeah. So just let me know if you see him pop in or if you see that thing, the request button pop up. But
Yep, I will.
yeah, I think it depends on how they build it out. Now, I do think that this show is a show that they can build into, do a lot with on the marketing side. It is ultimately like the current MCU of anime right now. So I think that they could do a lot. I don't know. Let me let me ask you this. Do you
Mhm.
think that they would do a live action of this?
I think they're already planning one.
Really?
I think so. I think I
Oh
just
snap.
saw it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, so so there you go. The marketing machine.
Yep,
Um
a live action film by Legendary Entertainment is in development, so it's already being worked on.
okay. All right, cool. Uh Let me ask you a favor, Nikki, because since I'm on
Mhm.
PC, it does get a little bit glitchy for me. Oh, here we go. Actually, I'm in it. Let me just see if I can send.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh,
Can
there
you
you
guys hear
go.
me?
Oh,
I
we can
got
hear
you.
you.
I
Yep.
got you. Dub, you are back with us. I'm gonna try and send you the co-host as well. But is everything okay? Are you good?
Bro, I don't know what's happening. I can't make a poll. I can't join the I don't know, bro.
No
I accepted
worries.
your co-host and then it said I I sent you a request to speak. I don't know what's
Oh,
good to
I didn't even see it. It didn't even pop up.
Yeah, it wasn't popping up at the beginning, so that's what. But you're up here now. You're good. I sent you another co-host, but if you feel it's gonna rug you, don't accept it. Don't you know what? Don't worry about the poll. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different for the giveaway for today. So we're gonna. I'm still formulating in my head what this looks like, but sit tight because the instructions are going to be exact. But Dub, you're back with us. Okay, so we're talking anime of the year. I don't know how much of it you were able to hear about, but My Hero Academia won anime of the year. Thoughts? Which is something that we predicted, by the way. We did predict that.
Yes. Yes, we did. Well deserved. Well
Mm-hmm.
deserved. I'm so happy it made anime of the year, especially it being the last season. I think it had a lot of tough competition, but the culmination of all of the other 6 seasons leading up to this finale, and the finale was
Mm-hmm.
chef's kiss. It was so good.
Yeah.
I think it just really it hit a home run with this season. Home run.
It's funny because I was saying this exact thing to Nikki before. As far as this felt like the culmination of right 10 years of content. This gave it gave heavy in game vibes, right? So then that also begs the question, right? Um, and this question was asked a lot as far as in game as a movie because of the fact that it was held up so much by the 20 something movies that came before. This season was held up by the 10 years of seasons that came up before. um do you think that that's a good thing or a bad thing as far as when judging anime of the year? Because honestly, to me, what made this anime win the year was not just this season. It was more, all the seasons beforehand too.
No, I think it's definitely worth counting all of the prior seasons
Hmm.
into the anime awards because like realistically uh bro, One Piece wouldn't be, what it is today and be the best continuing series if it wasn't about the storyline prior, right?
Hmm.
I think that goes for a lot of the shows. Like Solo Leveling won Anime of the Year last year, and I think it had a really good opportunity to do it again this year,
Hmm.
right? And next year, I think it will have a really good shot as well. Actually, I don't even know if they're going to drop something next year, but
Hmm.
whatever show, like Apothecary Diaries,
Yeah.
better example.
Hmm.
Apothecary Diaries, right? Season 2 wouldn't be where it is today if season one didn't go into as much depth as it did,
Hmm.
right? Like that storytelling is vital to the overall story. So
Yeah, yeah. True, true, true. But yeah, I agree with you on this. That I feel that this was it felt well deserved because you had a consistent product, and the payoff. You know, it was a solid payoff. Now, what I was telling Nikki before, now it depends on what the marketing looks like for it, and it seems like they're already have the ball rolling on that. Nikki was saying that there's a live action adaptation in the works and stuff. So it seems like they're going to keep running with the success of this win from Anime After Years of the year. Maybe one day we'll get a Deku on Vivi. We'll see. But it
how do wait before we pivot? How do you
yeah,
guys feel about whoa, live action? Crazy news. Crazy news. I
yeah.
did catch that when Nikki said it.
Hmm.
That's wild work.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Well, I mean,
I
the live actions have been getting better and better over the
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Anytime I hear anime live action,
I
I'm
just feel like
scarred.
it's gonna be cringy. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know.
and that's the thing, and Nikki, right? Because that's been the norm when it comes to live action anime. It's always been cringy. It's only as of late where you're getting some things that you're like, oh, okay, I actually like this. This is good. So we'll see what it ends up being. But regardless, I think that it brings more eyes. It brings more attention. It could be in a good way or a bad way, but it brings more attention. So we'll see what happens as a result of that. But I did want to jump into some of these other categories because we had some big wins. Another big one, film of the year, Demon Slayer. Now, that was another one that we called, and I think we kind of all was like, yeah, like that's gonna win. And I think a large part of that was just what it did to the box office. This was a film that broke records. This was I currently right now it's the number one grossing film from Japan. I don't know if it's the number one international film coming to America. It might be. I think it beat Pokemon, which I think was prior. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave those statistics to you.
But it is definitely the top grossing film out of Japan. And it was something that we kind of already knew that was going to to win. 100 meters I did see. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. But yeah, this was kind of like it was a given. I want to talk a little bit. I want to jump back to some of these others, but I did want to talk a little bit about Apothecary Diaries because you had brought it up. Um, on Dub, and we're gonna have an episode talking about Apothecary Diaries next week. But it won a few things, right? It won Best Director, it won Best Drama, and the main character won the Best Main Character, which was almost. I was telling Nikki, it was kind of like a surprise and delight because she was one of the people that I wanted to win, but I thought it was gonna go to Deku. So it was good to see Mao Mao. I mean, they took home 3 awards, right? I mean, was there anything else?
Best voice artist performance in Japanese.
Oh yes, all right. So 4 awards. So that's, I mean, that's big. That's big for a show that you were saying that Apothecaries was Senate.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean it's not really an action-based show. It's more so, this girl that's sold into slavery and is just trying to live her life, and she's an incredible person and knows poisons. But what are you guys' thoughts on Apothecary taking home so many awards?
I think
I
it's
wasn't expecting it at all.
Mhm.
I think it's deserved, and it's nice to see something that's not shonen take something home too.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, it is very it's doing really well. I think because Mao Mao is such like an interesting character, and I think she's a big appeal for it, which is why I think it got so many awards, especially for best character and everything.
Mhm. True.
She's because she's she's very interesting. She's not like I wouldn't say she's like your typical anime protagonist, especially not when you're comparing it to like shonen, which are mostly boys anyway.
Hmm.
And I don't know, it's cool. It's good to see.
Yeah, for sure. I think I accepted Nas Clint on stage.
I also accepted him, but I'm not sure. Still show. Oh, there he is.
Okay,
He's out of the elevator.
got it. Nas, are you there?
Yes, sir. What up, Emoji?
Welcome,
Dubs.
welcome.
Congratulations again, new Papa. What's
Thank
good,
you.
Nikki? Um, I just I came up to say this. First off, thank you, Nikki, for get recommending Apothecary Diaries to me. Freaking loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I loved it so much that I had to come up here because it triggered me when Emoji said that Mama always just knows about poisons. She's
She's an apothecary. She knows about poison. She has a poison fetish, bro. Like she has a poison fetish. We had
Yeah, but she's so much more than that.
okay, okay. Tell us about Mel Mel.
You want to save it for the apothecary space? Because that when you said that, I was like, let's go. I'm down to save that for then.
I mean, we're not gonna dive too much into the whole show, but whatever you want to say about it, sure, go ahead.
All right. So for someone that has nothing, no idea, like as far as like, was it what's the type of anime again? Apothecary is Nikki
It's a seinen.
Ascendant.
Yeah.
So for being someone like big into shonen, shonen animes, like for this one here, to think deeper, like what Attack on Titan did for me, um, this anime and the character, the way Mama was written, just being how young she is, number one, how she grew up, number two, and not just the poison fetish, but her observation skills and her ability to connect things that most people miss. You know what I mean? Is what how I fell in love with Mao Mao. I voted for Mao Mao, by the way. I didn't vote for
Hmm.
Deku. Um,
I think I voted
so
for Mao Mao too. I just felt Deku was gonna win, but I think I did. I think I put my vote in for Mao Mao.
let's go. But yeah, the way that she was written, and then the way that the anime was written, just around her and her how she affects everyone else, and just makes everyone else better, and opens their eyes for so much more, was amazing. I mean, it was just flawlessly written. Even the ending, I was cracking up. Even the ending, I was just dead cracking up. But I'll
Nice.
just kind of leave it right there.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. Actually, you know what? I did just figure out how I'm gonna do the giveaway today. All right. So what we're gonna do it is we're gonna keep it simple since we can't do the hidden doors. We're gonna do it off of quote reposts of the space of the X space that is pinned to the top. Quote repost of the space. But I want to experiment with something. I want to see how this works. So what you're gonna do in your quote repost of the space, and that is of the X live stream. I'm sorry, not the space of the X live stream. In your quote, you're gonna hashtag anime and say whatever you want. Just tell us a message. Tell us, your thoughts. If you have an opinion on the Crunchyroll Awards, say something. If not, that's fine. Just tell us something. Tell us a message that you would like to say. Quote repost the Anime After Hours live stream, hashtag anime, and just tell us your thoughts. That'll be how we determine the winner for today, and I will pick that at the end of this space. Now, okay, and thank you, Nas, for coming up. I appreciate it. And yes, we will have an entire show about Apothecary Diaries. Actually, that's scheduled for next week, so we'll go into depth about that. But did Dub or Nikki, did you guys want to weigh in anything more in regards to Apothecary Diaries before we move to another series?
No, I said my piece.
Okay. All right. So,
Apothecary Diaries was a pleasant surprise and delight,
yes.
especially since it's not my normal uh, watch criteria. It was just it blew me away like 2 episodes. I really got hooked. Every couple episodes, just keep on wondering
Mhm.
what she's gonna do next. What
Yeah.
story is going to unfold. Who
It's
who's who's conniving in the background? You know.
it's funny because when I was watching this and I actually text Magic this, I was like, I think this is a show you would actually really like. So I'm probably gonna at some point put that on the schedule for Toontown to Tokyo. But uh, yeah, it was definitely a surprise and delight. I liked it a lot, and I'm looking forward to where this show goes because it has a lot of layers to it. All right, so Nikki, you talked a bit about controversy.
Yep.
So we can't miss that because if we talk about controversy, the thing that probably got the most controversy in all of this would be Gachiakuda. And that took, just to recap as far as what that took home, best new series, best character design, best background art, and did it win anything else? Did it win anything else? Did it win anything else? I think that's it. 3 awards? Yeah, looks to be so. So it took home about 3 awards. Um, best new series being a big one, right? But there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened because I know that the creator was having issues with um Westerners comments, and then she had deactivated her X account, and the artist, who by the way is an amazing artist, Vivi, if you could ever get this guy as an artist on your platform, I think it would do you wonders. Like out of all of these things, I think definitely best background art, that won that hands down because the graffiti background art in this show literally had my jaw dropping. But both of them deactivated their X accounts. Nikki, you want to tell us what happened with that? What when they won? They took home 3 awards, and we didn't hear
I
from them.
I know that the mangaka. I know she deactivated her X account because of Westerners getting all up in her face and stuff about characters and all that kind of stuff. But I don't really know that much about it. I was going to talk about something else, so maybe you know more than I do.
Oh snap! Okay, yeah. So I mean, that was pretty much it, right? And I think you had highlighted it before. They were
Yeah.
saying something about what was the issue that they had with her?
But it's a lot of it has to do with like a lot of people used her art in ways that she didn't like, and she brought that up and people complained about it. A lot of people kind of put their own fan theories onto her and were angry that she didn't agree with those fan theories, and that really bothered her.
God is so
um
they were
she's
showing.
also really anti piracy, um which bothers some fans in the West because there's a lot of manga that we can't get.
So you have no other choice.
Yeah, and like a lot of like we have no other choice, especially like if you want to read something from like the 80s or 90s, you're not going to find like a publication of that. Like you're not going to be able to go to the Viz website and find a manga and find it printed for you. You're
Hmm.
going to have to find some weirdo from like 10 years ago that decided that they wanted to translate it. I mean, I read amazing manga a couple months ago that never came to America, and I wouldn't have had that opportunity if it wasn't for fan translations. So I'm kind of against her on that kind of thing, but
Hmm.
I wouldn't hound her down about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I guess if it's her own work, right? Like I could see that,
Oh yeah,
right? But and some of it, and especially when you're dealing with artists, right? They can be pretty particular, and they may have a vision, and someone changing it may be completely contrary to what that vision was. So obviously they're not gonna like it. And I think maybe she does probably have a direct approach,
yeah.
which I mean translates to the show. So that didn't really surprise me. But yeah, no. So like after the win, which you would think would be a huge celebration because I mean, it's a big win for the show. Um, maybe it's just the backlash that she didn't want to hear. So she had deactivated. The artist also followed suit and deactivated his account as well. So yeah, I didn't read too much of the comments as far as what they were saying or what
Mhm.
caused them to do that, but I know that that was the build up leading up to it. And I just hope that I hope that whatever's happening isn't stifling for them as artists, because I think the story that she's telling is amazing, and I want to hear her story, right? And I understand
Yeah.
as an artist, like you kind of like keeping that as your baby, right? And then also too, his art is amazing. uh I yeah, I just hope that they, I think they are. I think they both reactivated it and they're, continuing to do the next thing. But it was just a surprise, right? Like right after you kind of take home so many awards from from the Crunchyroll Awards, then it's kind of like we don't hear from you.
Yeah, you get hit with
Yeah.
a bunch of eyes suddenly on you,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then it's a lot of people who are very vocal and have the opportunity to talk to you about these things.
Mhm.
And some people are not going to be happy that you don't see the characters that you created the same way that they do,
Mhm. Yeah.
and they're just going to keep bothering you about it. So I can understand why she got frustrated. I mean,
True.
it's really. Mhm.
True.
And then just to
True.
touch on that topic, right? Like I don't understand how these fans can be upset with their fan theories. Like it makes no sense. I'm sorry, you didn't write the story. You don't know where the hell the story is going in the first season or 20 episode, whatever. Like, where do they have the audacity to tell, bro? Listen, cool.
It's
You
low
can
key
have your
kind of
theories. You
entitlement.
can
It's
speculate.
low key kind of entitlement.
No,
Yeah,
it
it's not
is.
even low key. It's high key, bro.
High
They're
key.
looking for representation in a manga. They're like trying to like dig for some type of representation, some type of connection to this character, but it's not there. That's not what the character
Here
is.
is, yeah,
That
and you
it's
can't
never
force
it
it.
was never there in the first place. And you can feel that. You can sit in your thoughts and be like, I really relate to this character, even if they're not exactly what I think. I can still relate to them. And I mean, you can't go up to the author of this book
And force her to like it.
this is how I see this character. I want them to be like this so that way they better represent me. That's what they want. But
Got it.
they can't get it and they're mad that they can't get it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy to me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like the mangaka has every right to feel how she feels, and hopefully we see her back on X
I think
sooner
they're
than
back.
later.
I think both of them are back. I think both of them are back. But
Oh, okay.
but yeah. But so that was in one sector of the anime news or anime world. But you said there was more drama.
Yeah, so after the awards premiered on X, I saw a lot of people talking about, do you know that the Crunchyroll Awards don't show in Japan? Like the Japanese don't see it at all.
Really?
Well,
Didn't it
yeah,
take
yeah,
but
because
didn't it happen in
it's
Japan? Wasn't it in Tokyo?
I don't know. The awards take place in Tokyo, but the Japanese have nothing to do with them. They can't even watch Crunchyroll.
Oh wow.
And
yeah because it's a U.S. based
yeah,
thing, right?
licensing or something like that, the way that the licenses work and everything. So 50% of all anime watchers are Japanese. So you're just like cutting off half of of the anime watching population right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to kind of think that.
Let me hold on, Nikki. Let me just stop you real quick because I'm getting a
Mhm.
little bit of clipping on my my audio real quick, and I
Oh,
just
sorry.
want to no, you're good. I just want to fix it. So just give me a quick second to just refresh the screen, and then it should automatically fix. So just give me 1 second. Okay, we are back. All right, Nikki, you can resume.
Okay. So, like I was saying, the awards actually cut off Japanese viewers and creators. They don't really have a say in any of this stuff, and that caused a lot of backlash right after the awards. I saw tons of people talking about it, and some people are like, well, what do you expect, it's an American website. But I mean, anime is Japanese, and it would be interesting if we could figure out a better way to have an anime award show that included Japan.
Yeah.
I think that would just I think it would change it a lot,
Hmm.
because I think it would be, if you're having the people who are like actually creating the stuff on these panels, and like people that are putting it out, and people who are reviewing it in that country of origin, I think it would change
The
what gets
landscape of what
nominated.
gets. Yeah.
And I
True.
think it would be less of a popularity contest. So it's not the same, like, five animes getting nominated for like 15 of the awards. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, it's I understand that a lot of Crunchyroll stuff is the popularity. That's why a lot of it gets nominated. But I mean, it's there's so many shows that come out each core the
Hmm.
whole year, and like we can't dig a little deeper than having Gachakuda nominated 15 times.
Hmm. I feel you. I I did want to. Okay. Okay. So I did want to ask this on that topic as far as with. So with the awards, that was something that stood out to me. And it didn't really click until what you're saying right now is the it didn't really like the show didn't really feel like it had life. And I think there's no one there. I mean, other than people that are presenting, there's no like audience or anything. Was there?
I Probably a bunch of influencers or something.
Okay, but it felt very empty. Like when I was watching it, it felt very silent, very empty. And at first, I didn't know if it was, well, maybe, it's because it's in Japan. It's, less people are just, you know, talking less. But it didn't feel like, if you're watching, the Oscars or something like that, where you feel like the room is full. Like this felt, and now that you bring that up as far as with Japan, not, yeah, I would wonder if that was a thing that played into the audience, right? Because I do feel like the audience carries an energy, and I feel like there was something lacking about the experience at the
Yeah, I
award
mean,
show. Yeah.
it's not it's an American award show. It's an American's point of view
Hmm.
on a Westerner's point of view on anime, and they having it in Japan, I just because that's where anime comes from, is so silly, because they can't get Japanese people have nothing to do with it. So why would they want to show up when they can't vote on it? They can't
Yeah.
watch anything I mean, they can watch it in their country, but
They
they
can't be
can't
a
vote
part of
on
the
it.
actual show.
Yeah, they can't. Why are they going to go show up when it's like midnight in Japan so we can watch it on our time? It doesn't. It's just silly. It's
Hmm. No, no, I feel you. I feel you, and that's it. That's an interesting point. That's an interesting point as far as like if you did have more things was happening in Japan in regards to it as far as just accessibility, how that might
Mhm.
change the landscape of even what's nominated and what wins. Now, I did have another question. This is for both of you guys, both of you and OMW, right? Uh, there was a lot of different shows that were there that were new shows that were, not as popular that were there. Some of them we even reviewed here for this show. Do you guys feel that there was anything that was snubbed or anything that should have won that didn't, that was nominated?
Wow,
Um,
that's a good question.
Hmm.
Uh,
da-da-da-da-da-da.
let me see. I think they did a pretty good job, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, I think ReZero could have gotten a little bit of a higher standing, probably one more award because, like, oh man, if you guys don't know about ReZero, like ReZero was an absolute cook, and it actually got a clean 10.0 on the last episode. I think the first ever anime to ever get a 10.0 for an
Hmm.
episode on IMDb.
Mm,
So I think that it should have won a few more awards besides just the one
the
that it won.
isekai, which was a given, honestly. Like I mean, it's one of the top, isekai out now. So like, I kind of like assume that. But okay, all right. So you feel it should have been nominated for more. Nikki, what about you? Do you feel like there's anything that was snubbed or anything that in your opinion should have won?
I don't know. It's hard to say because a lot of these a lot of the things that get nominated are like the same things over and over again. So if one
Yeah.
thing didn't win, it won in another category.
Hmm. But there were some shows that didn't win anything. I mean, Takapi didn't
Yeah,
take home
the
anything.
summer Hikaru died. I know a lot of people really like that. Taco P's Original Sin is very original. That should have. It's. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to say because, like I said, a lot of this is popularity.
Hmm.
It's not like an academy. It's not like they're putting together a group of people who are like extremely anime connoisseurs who've been in watching anime for 30 years and know and know all the details and everything and really dig deep into it or anything like that.
Mm.
It's probably like 10 people who work at Crunchyroll that look at the metrics on their website, and then the rest of it is fan voting.
Hmm.
One I
it's
would really like to see, I would really
it's so
like to
hard.
see Crunchyroll, like maybe like get in contact with the anime committee that they have in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and work with them to possibly do something with these awards. You know,
Yeah, I think it would be better if they could figure out how to do it with Japan rather than it just be a Western thing. Because if it's all going to be Western, it's almost always going to be what's popular, and I feel like we're going to be missing out on so many things,
Let me
and that would open
mhm.
more eyes to what's available.
let me ask this, right? Because I mean, obviously out here in the West, Crunchyroll is like the big thing that you know for anime. Are
Hmm.
there other anime awards which I mean, I, what are some of the other anime awards that are something that's centralized to Japan
I
that
don't I think I read something about the president of Wit Studio wanted to put together a Japanese anime awards. I don't know if there
mhm,
is one. I know that there's manga awards. There's a lot of manga awards, but I don't know if they have anything for anime. Not off the top of my head.
mm, okay. Okay.
that is a good question. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me take a quick gander and see if I can find anything for anime awards that are not Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Because I feel like I feel like there have to be, right? Because even when we see like these films and stuff, like movies, for instance, that come out that win all these awards, they're not like Crunchy. 100 meters, I know won awards, but it
But
obviously wasn't the
did it
Crunchyroll
win?
awards.
But did it win like an award for specifically being an anime, or did it win an award for being a
That's a
film?
good question. That's a good
It's
question.
probably won
Yeah,
film awards and not. I'm sure Japan has many film
film
awards that.
awards that anime are a part of, but not
Yeah.
necessarily dedicated
Now
anime
they do
awards.
have a dedicated anime award. They have the Tokyo Anime Award Festival, the
Okay.
TAAF,
Okay.
and they also have the Anime Trending Awards, which is something else, but it's unlike Crunchyroll. It tracks the entire year, season by season. It categorizes its awards heavily by genre, giving a broader look into what the global community generously loves across the year,
See, if
which I
it's
think
the
might be.
global community, then they should. That's what they should merge with Crunchyroll. They should put them together.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even know about these awards, so that's good to know. Good to know. I think
Yeah.
that will be right up your path, Nikki, especially for these seinens and other different genres that's not just shonen, shonen,
Yeah.
shonen.
Yeah, I also think that would be a good topic of conversation one day for a future episode. Kind of like diving into some of these other award shows and see the differences between that versus Crunchyroll, and also like
Hmm.
see what um the the quality of the anime that are nominated and win awards like that. Because I mean, I 100%, and that's kind of like the discussion that you get when you think about like the Oscars and things like that, and when people have a certain expectation of different films and why it may win certain things that may not just be the biggest blockbuster hits, but because of the acting and directing and storytelling and all of these other things, and it would be interesting kind of looking more into different anime from that artistic realm, right? I feel that there were some shows that definitely hit those points. Takapi for me was a big one. I feel like Takapi should have walked home with something because that it was short. It was only like 6 episodes, but it was powerful. From episode one, you felt something, and it just had a very artistic approach in the storytelling and the directing and just how the evolution of the characters. That to me was something that I would put on that type of level of just cinema, even though obviously we're talking about shows, but what people look or classify as what cinema is. And no, I think we should at some point have a show diving into one of these other awards and seeing what those look like. So maybe we can plan for that.
Yeah, that does sound good. They do have those awards wrapping up right around March
Okay.
for the Anime Trending Awards and also for the Tokyo Anime Awards Festival.
Okay.
There's also a one more called the Japan Media Arts Festival that is going to be later in September of this year.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. We can look into it. Just actually if you can throw that in the chat. Throw that in our chat in our anime after hours chat. And that'll
Yep.
be a reminder for me to check it out. All right. So once again for everyone in the audience, we will be calling the giveaway winner real soon. In order to enter the giveaway, we did something a little different today. The live stream that is pinned to the top, all you have to do is quote repost that live stream, hashtag anime, and just tell us a message. Tell us something that you want to tell us. Anything will do. And then we're going to do a giveaway off of those, a random giveaway off that. So feel free to do that because we will be wrapping up the show very shortly, actually in just a few minutes. But let me just jump back over to my co-host. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts in regards to the award show? Anything that you want to say before we close out the night, or that we may not have covered that you wanted to express?
No, I think I said my piece. I'm ready to
No,
say
Yeah.
goodnight.
no, okie dokie.
Sorry,
Up.
sorry for the blockchain, y'all. Sorry for the blockchain. It was a struggle bus today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode, and also I'm looking forward to breaking down these other anime awards in a future space. It sounds
Yeah,
pretty fun, actually.
for sure, for sure. So we'll do
Wait, wait,
that.
wait,
Uh
wait.
huh.
One more.
Uh huh.
Wistoria Wand and Sword is an absolute cook. Oh my goodness.
I've been
Have
hearing
you
a lot
seen
of
it?
things about that. I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list. I was catching up to Apothecary Diaries, which I did, and that was next on the list. I just haven't got to watch it yet because I kind of got sidetracked with NTE and have been playing Neverness to Everness to like no end. Uh, so
Okay,
at
okay.
some point I will watch anime again, but right now I've been playing a lot of NTE. But that is on my next thing to watch that I want to watch. Nikki, have you seen it?
Have I
Or read it.
seen? I think I saw the opening. I haven't watched the show though.
Okay, okay.
Oh man.
It's on.
I
It's on.
think I
Is this
think
the second season?
yeah, the
Yeah, I
second
thought so.
season.
Yeah, yeah.
Second season like coming to an end right now. Man.
He's got glasses or something. Does he
He
have
does have
glasses?
glasses. He has
Yeah.
glasses.
Okay, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you should read it. You should read it. So I did read the first book. Great. It was great. Like the detail in it was like so crazy. And I don't know if it was like because it was one of the more modern anime that I've read or manga that I've read because I don't read a lot technically, right? So um it was so clean. It was so clean. You should definitely read it. You should definitely read it first and then watch it because like you're a reader, so I think you'd really like it.
Okay.
Nice. And I also have to catch up on which Demons of the Shadow Realm. The
Oh yeah, yeah, that's also a pretty good one.
I gotta catch
Yeah, it's
that
pretty good.
that wrapped up, right? Did that season wrap up, or is it
I
about
think there's
to?
one more. There's one more episode.
One more episode? Okay. And Nikki, how are you enjoying it so far?
It's a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. So those are the top two things that's on my next to watch list. It's just yo, NTE is so addicting, y'all. Like I'm telling you, like I'm really enjoying this game. I would recommend everyone play it. It's fun and it's accessible because it's on mobile. But yeah,
Yeah, and I like your live streams that you do of the game as well.
thank
You
you.
know,
And I got the Porsche. I got the Porsche without have to paying it. Nikki, yo, okay, look. So it's a gotcha game, right? Well, you know NTE, right?
I I think so. Yeah.
Okay, it's the new gotcha game, but it's like in the city. They're calling it like anime GTA. And they had a partnership with Porsche.
Mhm.
And so it's like the first, luxury car in the game. But if you if you just was like, all right, I'm not gonna grind or farm like this in game currency. I'm just gonna buy it outright. That car, if you didn't waste your starting game bonus that you get, it was about $100. If you did waste your bonus, then you're looking at like $200
Oh my
for
god.
the Porsche. And I rolled it off of just the in-game currency that I built off my little shops. I was so because I got it early. I was so hyped. Um, yeah, I've been celebrating, and honestly, it's an amazing car. It drives amazing. It drives them even more amazing that it was free. But but yeah, it's a super fun game. Super fun game. I'm enjoying it a lot. Um, Neverness to Everness. So once I'm done playing that, which might be very soon because the end game doesn't really have much to it until they do another update. I'll dive into one of those other two that I have on my watch list. Those are high on the priority. All right. So, I guess we are at that time where we can call the winner. So let me grab that. Once again, you had to quote repost the live stream, hashtag anime, and just tell us a message. That was what you had to do. To do that, I'm going to roll this right here in real time. We're going to test out, see who wins. And I will verify. I will verify to make sure it's there. Otherwise, we will re-roll. All right, so this is going to be off retweets. Let's go pick a winner. And let's see who pops up. Okay. All right. We have it on screen, but once again, we do have to verify. And if this is correct, then we have our winner for tonight. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I see it on their profile, and they said they hashtagged anime, and their message was dive into anime with us. Number one spot. Big shout out. Thank you to Lexi. Appreciate you. You are the winner for today.
and
Lexi
she
in the
is
space.
here.
She
Let's
is
go.
here. She was one of the first people here too, early during the pre-show. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You won our digital collectible for today. Now, we are gonna wrap up. We are gonna close up. We'll close up with another song from Nikki too as well. So sit tight in the space, but I will close the live stream. Nikki, do you have any preferences of what you want to
No, you can
close?
pick something.
Okay, all right. I'll do that. Everyone in the space, sit tight. We'll close out with one of Nikki's songs. But if you are on the live stream, thank you for tuning in. We do this every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on X, 8 p.m. on the stream. Feel free to come and join us and talk anime. My name is Emojii. I'm here with OMW, Nikki G, and this has been another episode of Anime After Hours. Let's get another yay. Yay! Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, take care, be easy, and peace.